Hey everyone, welcome. If you're an Airbnb host, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That dreaded, frustrating one-night gap in your calendar. Well, today we are going to break down a super smart, professional way to turn those empty nights into some serious revenue. Okay, let's get right into it. Oh, you know the feeling, right? You open up your calendar and there it is. A booking here, a booking there, and that single, lonely, painful night just sitting empty right in the middle. It seems so small, but man, it can really haunt your bottom line. And look, we're not talking chump change here. One pro manager did the math, and just a few of these single night gaps over one peak season could cost you over 2,000 euros in lost opportunities. I mean, that's a ton of money to lose over something that looks so tiny on a calendar. So you might be thinking, it's just one night. What's the big deal? Well, it's a huge deal because these little gaps, they're more than just an annoyance. They are, and this is the perfect term for it, a silent profit killer, just slowly draining your earnings. Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting, because the damage it ripples out. That one empty night doesn't just cost you the rate for that night. No. It literally blocks someone who wanted to book a longer stay. It can even make your listing look a little less popular, which hurts your occupancy and even your search ranking. And the whole time, your mortgage, your utilities, yep, those costs just keep on coming. Okay, but here's the really good news. This is totally a solvable problem. The pros have a system, a playbook that consistently fills, get this, 70 to 80% of these calendar gaps. And today, we are going to walk through that exact playbook step by step. And the secret sauce? It's something the pros call the two-call strategy. Don't let the name fool you. It's not about phone calls. It's a proactive two-part system that gets ahead of the problem by reaching out to the guests you already have booked. And the absolute key here, and you gotta get this right, is the order you do things in. You always start by contacting the guest who is checking out right before the gap. This is the extension strategy, and it is, by far, your most powerful first move. And the way you do it is actually super simple. It's not pushy at all. You just send a friendly, low-pressure message just like this. See how it's framed as a special opportunity? You're not begging, you're offering them a deal. You give them a real, solid discount, 15 to 20%, and you make it incredibly easy to just say yes. And the psychology behind this is just brilliant. The guest is already hyped for their trip. They've got the time off, they're excited about your place, extending their stay is an easy call. And you might be thinking, a discount? Can I afford that? Absolutely, because you're saving a ton on cleaning and turnover costs for that night. It is a true win-win. All right, but what happens if guest number one says no? It happens, right? Well, you don't panic. You don't give up. Within 24 hours, you pivot to part two of the plan, the early arrival strategy. Now, you reach out to the guest whose trip starts right after the gap. The message is pretty much the same. Again, notice the framing. You're offering them a chance to kick off their vacation early. Who doesn't want that? You back it up with that same juicy 15–20% discount, you're basically solving a problem for them they didn't even know they had. Okay, now check out these numbers, because this is why the order matters so much. The extension strategy. It works about 50% of the time. I mean, a 50% success rate, that is just incredible. The early arrival offer is still great, coming in around 30%. You always take your best shot first. Together, these two steps give you a fantastic chance of filling that gap without breaking a sweat. Okay, so what if you strike out? Both guests say no. It's going to happen sometimes. Well, you don't just sigh and leave the night empty. You move to your backup plan, which is opening it up to the public, but you have to do it in a very strategic way. This is your open market playbook. 4 simple steps. That's it. 1. Drop any minimum stay rules for that night immediately. 2. Make sure Instant Book is on. 3. And this is important. Get aggressive on the price. We're talking a 30 to 40% price cut. And 4. Tweak that cleaning fee to make the total price an absolute no-brainer for a last-minute booker. Let's break down the math here, because this is really the heart of it. Normally, your €90 room plus a €50 cleaning fee is €140 for the guest. For the gap night, you drop the rate to €60, the cleaning to €30. The guest pays just €90. Now you still net around €40. Is 40 as good as 90? Nope. But it's a heck of a lot better than the big fat zero you get from an empty room, right? All right, so you've got the basic strategy down. Now, let's level up. We're going to get into the master tactics and the common mistakes you got to avoid. This is what separates the amateurs from the pros. First things first, you have to know that not all gaps are created equal. A weekend gap, that's your golden ticket. Way easier to fill, you can probably keep the price higher. But a weekday gap, especially in high season, that's a tougher sell. You'll probably have more luck with the early arrival offer, and you'll definitely need to be more aggressive with those discounts. And here it is, the #1 absolute biggest mistake hosts make. Waiting too long, procrastinating. When it comes to gaps, time is not on your side. The longer you wait, the lower your chances of filling it. Period.
So here's the rule you need to burn into your brain. The moment a new booking creates a gap, the clock starts. You have 24 to 48 hours to start that two-call strategy. Making this a habit will completely change your results.
Okay, mistake number 2, being cheap with the discount. A tiny 5% offer. It's just not going to convince someone to change their flight or take an extra day off work. It feels more like an insult than an incentive.
The fix is simple. You have to make the offer juicy enough to matter. For your existing guests, you need to be in that 15–20% range to make it feel like a genuine opportunity. And for that last-minute open market booking, you have to be bold, 30, even 40% off to grab someone's attention.
You know, all this is great for fixing gaps, but what if we could prevent them from happening in the first place? That's the real pro move. It's all about being proactive with your calendar. So this is all about using your minimum stay settings strategically, depending on the season. During peak season, set a 3-night minimum for weekends to block those single Saturday gaps. In the shoulder season, you can ease up to a 2-night weekend minimum. And in the low season, get rid of all minimums and take every booking you can get. It's just about adapting to demand. And really, it all comes down to this one simple idea. You should probably write this down. An empty night makes you $0. A discounted night still makes you money. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. A discounted night in the bank is always, always better than a full-price empty night. So there you have it, a powerful step-by-step system to turn those annoying gaps into real cash. But it kind of makes you wonder, right? If you could find this much hidden money just by fixing gaps, what other silent profit killers might be hiding in your business? Applying this same mindset could be a total game changer. Thanks for tuning in.